Hello and welcome to Blockchain Gaming News Daily with me, John Jordan. Just checking out the news today, and what we're looking at is Chainmonsters. So Chainmonsters has been around for a couple of years now in various forms. It's an indie game, as the name suggests. It's a blockchain game about kind of monsters, so very Pokemon inspired, as you can see from the graphics. So they've just launched their Kickstarter. Before we go and check out the Kickstarter page, just have a quick go through what's going on in terms of the game, and I guess the big thing is that they are one of the first games on the Flow blockchain. So the Flow blockchain is from Dapper Labs, people behind CryptoKitties, designed to be a high-performance blockchain, easy to onboard, fast transactions, no gas fees, the usual sort of thing that we're seeing from new blockchains, third-generation blockchains that are launching. Obviously, the point of it being a blockchain game is outfits, items, monsters, and other special objects are all NFT controlled by the user. It's kind of interesting. I guess kind of Kickstarters don't have a great reputation at the moment for actually hitting their certainly their deadlines, and also maybe hitting their goals in terms of getting stuff done. So as I say, this game's actually been over 3 years now. So it's been a bit of a kind of a passion project for the main guy, Maximilian Weber, based out of Berlin. But they're pointing out here they've already got 70% of their gameplay mechanics in there. So they've got their alpha version already. There's actually a demo version of the game. It doesn't have blockchain in it, but like a demo version of the gameplay that's available on Steam and for mobile. So you can go and kind of check that out already. Here we go. So Steam, iOS, and Android. And this is like it's multiplayer demo. It's not the alpha, so it's kind of a bit more like a vertical slice of kind of gameplay and some mechanics. So we have 135 Chainmons. Obviously, we can't guess where they've taken that name from. And if you've played Pokemon, you get the rough idea of kind of how this thing goes. I mean, you can see actually in this demo. So you kind of run around. This is one of the this is a player, and then they got they choose one Chainmon to be like their kind of pet, and then they run around and they find some grass and they go into the grass, and then they pick up get attacked by wild Chainmons that they can fight and capture. So with all Kickstarter stuff, there is a whole bunch of stuff you can get through the depending on what tier you go for. We're going to have a look at that in a minute. One of the things here is there are only going to be 600 crystal Chainmons, so there's some idea of kind of scarcity and value around that in terms of them being NFTs, and you will get a pre-season pass if you get to the alpha stage, so you get your hands on some specific items. So that kind of makes sense. And we can see actually it's easier to see it on here than it is on the Kickstarter website, which is a bit of a mess. So we have so you can obviously pay whatever you want, but if you want to go for the specific tiers, you've got €20, €350 to get that crystal starter Chainmon and a statue, and it goes all the way up to 5,000. Yeah, so if you really want to design your own Chainmon, there are 5 options to spend €5,000, so maybe that will appeal to some people with deep pockets. So let's quickly head over and have a look on the Kickstarter. So we can see actually they've done pretty well. So they set a low goal, so I guess that's about €10,000 probably, and now they're well over that, probably €75,000. So smash the target, which is obviously what you want to do on a Kickstarter, make people feel like this is really kind of big and happening. And we can see some of the stretch goals kind of smashed. I mean, this is quite an ambitious project. That's sometimes the thing that kind of worries me a little bit is I much prefer kind of blockchain games in particular to like curb their ambition a little bit. You know, you can always be more ambitious further down the line, but you know, over fulfill your promises. Yeah. So when we go down here, you know, it's basically an MMORPG with all these multiplayer things and cross-platform play. So they're planning to go on PC and mobile and potentially consoles as well. So I mean, yeah, that's massive. You know, that's not really something indie games do, particularly if they've got blockchain added in as well. So maybe, without being too cynical, maybe not all these things are going to happen next year, because they are saying that the estimated delivery for the game is Feb 2021, which is obviously not that many months away. But you know, to be fair, they've been working on it for 3 years, and they say they got a lot of the stuff done. So I guess, you know, there is a game there already to demo. But I always, you know, be a little bit kind of careful that you don't necessarily believe developers, because for the best will in the world, developers don't always hit their deadlines, as we well know, and there's good reasons for that. So it's not a slight on the developer, but developers get very carried away and start adding things in, and it's called feature creep. So, but anyway, I think it's always good to back these kind of projects, specifically, you know, blockchain projects that are trying to do something new, and obviously, you know, something like Chainmonsters, not particularly, as far as I know, is not funded by big VCs or anything like that, not raised a ton of money, so they're going down the community route. So you know, kind of worth checking out, and obviously worth checking out the demo. I've actually played the Steam, downloaded the Steam PC version. You know, it worked. It was fine. Yeah. Anyway, check it out if you're feeling generous. Pony up some cash for Chainmonsters. Thanks for watching the video. This is Blockchain Gaming World, where we spend our time looking at blockchain games and trying to encourage people to make good blockchain games. So if you're into that sort of thing, please do subscribe to the channel. But thanks for watching this video, and hope to see you again soon.